Hi everybody, how you doing? This is Robin's Eclectic Nest and I am Robin. I'm just here today to do a reading for you. We're a channel where we talk a little bit about everything, but it's mostly been readings. It's 11:56, 11:11. Hi. Um, so this is nice. Happy full moon. The sun is in Gemini right now. The moon moved into Sagittarius about 1:03 a.m. Full moon will be exact at 11:32 p.m. Eastern time. So, you know, if you're a mutable sign, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Sag, Pisces, or Virgo, this will be affecting you. About 13 degrees, if I didn't already say that. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful one. If you want to balance it out a little bit for you, if you're Gemini, you can put something flowery on or citrusy on your arms, your hands. For the Sagittarius, since it rules the hips, because Gemini rules the nervous system, the hands, the arms, shoulders. Sagittarius, it rules the hips, so you can put something a little more fiery on that, on your hips. Some of the essential oils like clove oils or cinnamon oils or anything like that that has a spice to it, I you it is advised very strongly to cut it with oil. Like especially if you're going to use cinnamon oil, I would use probably about 1 drop of cinnamon oil to every tablespoon of carrier oil, no matter what carrier oil you decide you want to use, because it will cause injury to you. It can burn. So yeah, so I decided we're going to do a love reading today. I got some new cards. Ouch. Talk about fire in my fingers, burning my own fingers. Yeah, I think it's about time to retire this sal pimento. Yeah, so everything's good. It's hot here in PA, and it's cooling down though, so that's good. And I got my soothsayer oil here. I got it from this little place called Evelyn's Garden, and it is made by this chick that got a hold of me yesterday, actually. So on August 26th, if you're close to central Pennsylvania, there's a small historical village called Bullsburg, PA. There's going to be a spiritual expo. I'm not sure where it is yet, but I got invited. I'm so excited. Amorous Starseed. Yeah, you can buy her stuff at Evelyn's Garden in a small village called Belfont, PA. And Evelyn's also on Facebook. It's where I get a lot of my cards from. Part of my soul tribe, never knew it until I met her. Good people. So, all right then. Well, let's get on to the reading. We're going to use the astrology cards. And then I think we'll pull out messages of love, and then we'll go from there with the tarot. And of course, probably end it with the angel readings like I always do. So, Mother and Father, Spirit, I just pray to give us clear, concise I'm sorry, I just want to center myself for a second. Just give us a message. I love reading message. And I pray that people hear what they need to hear and not what they want to hear. So, oh, we got 3 cards that flipped up. Oh, we got the 9th house, which is fitting. It's the house of Sagittarius. The 3rd house, which is the house of Gemini. I keep trying to find a good way for you guys. Guess we can do it this way, and we can have them coming out. And we got Vesta. I'm going to put Vesta in the middle. Vesta is a goddess. They used to, in Roman times, she's the goddess of the hearth, that which is sacred. In Roman times and in Greek times, they used to dance around the fire of Rome, and it was the vestige virgins, and they literally were virgins in the Roman, that kept the fire going. But from what I understand, Vesta is very sacred to me, and personally. So these women, they would make a pledge of purity, virginity, at the age of 7 and 10, and they were released from that vow when they were about 39. But the phenomenal thing about the vestige virgins were the powers that they had were after they were released, and any wealth that they were able to accumulate, they were able to keep for themselves. They didn't need a husband or a father, um, you know, to help manage that. It was their wealth. And then also, if they caught, if a prisoner happened to catch the eye of a Vesta, the Vesta was able to free them. Now, the Greek Vestas, there was other Vestas in other times, and these Vestas were the women, the sexual healers. So, like, for example, during wartime, the soldiers would come home and they would stop to a Vesta priestess and they would make love to them, the whole tantra, um, the whole thing, because, sex is sacred between people. And what they would do is the soldiers would come home and, have that communion, that sex with the Vestas, and then they would go home to their families. The Vestas, and these Vestas, these sexual priestesses, um, were very respected in their community. So the Vestas would take on the pain and the trauma of war from the soldier, cleanse them, of their trauma so they could go home and live a good life. So, it's like this love reading, with Vesta being here, I'm guessing this is about a spiritual relationship, with the 9th house being here in the 3rd house. And this is, the whole runner chaser, and the runner, it, it, is running because of the 3rd house, because of community, because of their siblings, because you know, people don't agree with the relationship, you know, but the thing is with the ninth house being here and the ninth house being on top, um, which happens in astrological wheel, it's on the south side, um, you know, the south of the sun rising, um, you know, it's like they're almost afraid to take this higher because of what it means for, you know, their standing within the community. Oh, and my tea today is an orange ginger mint. Yeah, an orange ginger mint. Totally beautiful for this full moon. God, I love I love being a Sagittarius moon. Um yeah, this is, I can't believe how fitting this is with this full moon. It's almost like um it was meant to be. So um you know, since Vesta came out, what I'm going to do is third house is going to be the divine masculine. The Vesta is going to represent the relationship, and the ninth house is um, going to represent the female, the divine female. Um, so, in saying that, I got these cards from Diane, the one that does the mirroring dialogue. Um, Diane Garris. She has the masculine and the feminine here. So we're not gonna, I'm not gonna read all of them. I'm just gonna read the headings to them. I'm gonna do this for the divine feminine, and then I got some for the divine masculine, and then we'll do the love messages in between. And probably pull up into it also. You never know where spirit's gonna lead you, right? Okay. You know, Vesta, you know, look her up. You can burn candles to her. Um, you, she's a beautiful goddess energy to look up to get closer to the divine feminine. You know, to the hearth, to that which is sacred. So just spirit, mother, goddess, I'm just praying. Give me a card for the representing the twin flame, the divine feminine here. What do you want them to know? Okay. So it says fooling myself. Am I fooling myself or is this real? Um and the healing, it says you're not, it's real. But so what if you were? No one else can really validate or invalidate what you know or feel in the depths of your soul. The twin flame journey is still relatively rare, but it exists and for very good reasons. If you're on it, you know. It says, and other types of soul connections are real as well, even if they aren't twin flames, regardless of labels, which is true, right? Just throw out the labels altogether, which you should just eliminate. Everything is an opportunity for healing, growth, alignment, and ascension. Um, Everything is a lesson in love. So, you know, this must be taken on um, a very, you know, this is a divine feminine that's been on this journey for a long time, and it's getting to the point where she's starting to doubt her own sanity, and it's saying unity. How is this achieved without you, my beloved? And it says, you got to remember that I am the love, the light, and the divine feminine energy. I accept and stand in my power in a balanced and healthy way. It says, I release all distortions of this earthly realm back to the illusions they are. Yeah. So, um, you know, the thing is because any you know, twin flame readers, anybody who says they know about twin flames, knows that rule number one, to realize this is about the awakening of the divineness in you into each partner. Okay, so even if the divine feminine, even if you're not seeing signs, or it seems like there's no movement in this, in the 3D, you have to remember that this is a fifth dimensional and higher relationship. This is about God. This is about, and it's funny because this necklace was given to me yesterday, to a store that I was at. And it's like, I was at another place, and it's like, you got to get to the store. And the lady gave me this beautiful little necklace, that she makes. And in each necklace that she makes there's a mustard seed. Have faith. you know have faith. you know Even if it's the size of a mustard seed, and to know that you can move mountains. Um so this is about, this reading is about, the feminine also remembering, um, that this is about your spiritual journey, as, as one part of this soul. Remember, because it's one part, one soul, two souls, remembering that they're one. Okay, and this is what you're being asked right now, is to remember to have faith in this relationship still, no matter what's going on in the 5D. You, because this is about your awakening. This is about you, divine feminine, looking at your own shit and remembering, as you heal, they heal. And if, you have little faith in, the relationship, neither is your partner. Okay, because you mirror each other. And the thing is it's like, if you're still chasing my divine feminine, it's going to make them run. Remember, it's a push pull dynamic. So, just remember that this is, like I said, this is about your awakening. Keep moving forward um in yours in your journey. Okay, it's quite beautiful. And I know it's hard, and it's like, you might be with a 3D partner that's not very fulfilling spiritually. um you know but maybe that's the thing, is, especially if you're one of the divine feminines, and it's not even a divine feminine thing. It's a divine, it's just a human thing. um you know of afraid of being alone. I've been alone for a while, and I tell you, it I've surrendered to it within the last year. Truly surrendered to it in the last year. Tried to move forward, um, with some people, but it's the most beautiful thing I've ever done for myself. It's very empowering, and this is, and that's the process of this. That's one of the meanings of, being in separation, is finding out who you are in spirit. Like I said, what's your power? You don't always have to be, who are you? Who are you? What, I say it all the time. What's in your cup, to give somebody else? Neediness is not something that should be in your cup. I mean, it's not going to work. That's a codependent relationship. Okay, let's talk about the divine masculine. What's he want to say, in this runner dynamic, and worried about what community says around him and his siblings. Because this is sacred. Oh, 3 cards popped out. I don't do something I've learned from reading tarot, especially with apocalypsis tarot, which I'm almost done reading a whole book, so that's coming back in my readings. Yay! Because it's a very powerful tarot deck. But the one thing that it tells you, with justice, the scale is, not everything has to be equal. It just has to be balanced. Balance does not equate equality. Okay? Um, so that's why sometimes, I don't do tit for tat for cards. It just is what it is. Um, he says, running away, I felt confused and overwhelmed by my emotions, mine and yours, so I ran. Accountability for actions and choices. Many times I have not stepped up to the consequences of my actions. I have been in denial of the truth. Yeah, that's exactly what I said here, right? He's running away. Codependence, right there. I don't know how to have a healthy relationship. I don't know what it is. And provider, I was taught to put others before my own needs, wants, and desires. I was taught to provide. Somehow myself got lost in the paradigm. Yeah, so he's running away because he doesn't know, this all goes back to people pleasing, pleasing those in his community, and I'm saying he just because it's a masculine, but remember, it's just energy. It doesn't have to do with your biological sex. It's just energy. If you're, you could be a male, female in a heterosexual relationship, and the female could be more masculine and the male could be more feminine. It's okay. But because he was, taught to be a people pleaser, taught to put other people's wants and desires, the tribe, the community, in front of himself, um, it's like he ran away because, this isn't accepted in his world. And I read somewhere that that's one of the signs of a twin flame relationship is people in the other people's lives not accepting them because, the other partner, because there's major changes that go on. And if you're like an unhealthy relationship, familial, um, these familial relationships, they might be unhealthy. Um, it's, it would be hard for him to live for himself. And this is somebody, um, that, um, doesn't know how, is accountability for their actions and their choices. They always blame it on somebody else. And it says the healing of this card is, surprise, surprise, the true feminine, divine feminine will not hold you accountable to this sacred contract. She will let you go if you want to go. Yeah. And and that's what you have to do. My divine feminine is let him go because he's in this codependent, the masculine is in a codependent, mentality, you know, um, not able to take responsibility, um, for his own actions and his own thoughts. And it's a shame because, that's the way that that's the way, um, he was conditioned in his family. And it takes a long time to rewire your brain in different thinking. Um, and that anybody that's on, um, that's already on the road to ascension, when you went through the dark night of the soul, that's the problem of going through. That's why the dark night of the soul was so hard, right? Is because of letting go of conditioning of the world and stepping into what spirit created you to be, right? um let me let me I'm going to pull out the intuit here, since this, I love this deck. Just let me connect with it a little stronger. All right. So, Spirit, we just asked for Vesta um, to give us some messages that have to do with the sacredness of this relationship. Um, yeah, it's his romantic messages. I daydream about you, and it's like this is true. That this journey is teaching us the most important one of the spiritual lessons is patience. That's of the ninth house. You know what I mean? That is, patience is a must on this twin flame journey. I'm going to put this stuff up here because I keep moving around every time I shuffle. Oh, that's not going to work. I love that these cards are so glossy, but especially when I have oil on my hands, it just it makes them slip right out. Oh, we got a couple messages here. I'm going to take these. Yeah, right here, mirrors. As you surrender your 3D expectations, I surrender to our 5D connection. That surrendering, I said that earlier. Um, and your gentleman, there's within this sacredness. I'm worried you'll leave me when you see who I really am. It says, I feel like I don't deserve your love. 2-2 here. I watch you on the social media and the internet. Yeah, there is connection here, guys. The runner is watching you, female, the divine. We must remember that we are God and goddesses and work to embody that energy. Vesta, the sacredness of who you are, the higher lesson, 1010, says, I can't validate our love in the 3D until I understand our spiritual love in the 5D. Again, I'm going to put this over here with mirrors, which comes up 12. And the last 9 plus 3 is 12. It says, I need you to trust me and believe I'm working toward you with this union. And it says, don't judge this, just surrender. I know it's triggering, but from a higher perspective, it's clearing energy and bringing us closer together. Which is funny because there's a lot of 12s here. 10, 10. All these go together. 3 plus 9 is 12. 1 plus 2, 2, 2, 10, 10. 10 plus 10. I'll do it this way. There's always a way to bring the message together, to tie it together. So, and that's the deal. The sacredness of this is not going to be realized until there, you know what I mean? Till there is surrendering, until, and that's the message of a Vesta, that no matter which Vesta that you had, she surrendered. She surrendered to the higher purpose of her existence, especially the Greek. I mean, the Romans was more about control in Rome. I mean, they were it was a very arrogant society in a lot of ways. They're surrender in the trust. The faith of a mustard seed. Um, and because you're the runner, um he has all that conditioning to go through, the 3D, of what's an acceptable relationship, especially if in this twin flame journey, there's lots of things that could be a contrast that you got, that you have to get over. It be culture, religion, age, race, sexuality. You could, you could have thought that you're um, gay, and your twin could be the opposite sex, or you always thought you were heterosexual, and your twin, um, your twin is the same sex. Yeah, there has to be surrendering on the both sides, because divine feminine, the we lead the way here, right? We lead the way. And I we say it, people, that know truly about the twin flame um relationships. um you're not on the same timelines within this timeline. Okay, you're not um on the same arc of healing and of realization of what this is, because especially in the 3D, it takes a lot for people to realize that they're spiritual beings on a human relationship, having a human experience. It takes a long time to realize that you know that we're not human beings that has spiritual experiences. The spiritual experiences you have is the natural state of who we are. Okay? That's the point of the kundalini. That's the point of meditation. That's the point of surrendering and listening to the voice. 10 10, 2 2, 12 12. Because there's healing going on, to the sacredness. There's healing going on, of realizing that this relationship is sacred. Okay. um I'm gonna get the Intuit tarot. I'm just gonna lay them out. Is there any further messages? And that it's okay, that the other conditioning is coming from the clan, breaking free. It's hard. It's hard to break free of everything that you've known in the past, and to realize that it's okay to put yourself first. That's what the divine masculines um, learning, especially if they're from a more rural area. It's probably easier in a big city because uh, you know the probability of you being exposed to other ways of thinking. Yeah, the Ace of Cups came out. There's overflowing love here. Talking to, a water sign here. Yeah, I'm going to pull this up. Manifest your dreams. The love here, don't give up. The love here is more. You have to, and that's part of the faith too. The love for in these twin flames relationships will win. They will conquer all of this. You will manifest your dreams. And the Ten of Swords came up. Yeah, this is somebody that's, we're talking, and that's Sun and Gemini right there. How awesome. Um, that this cycle that you are on, because twin flames meet, pull apart, come back together, pull apart, come back together. Yeah, you're that's the final chapter of this. You're on one of your last separations, but you have to surrender. Yeah. you know um the star yeah, the star came up upside down, and it says lack of faith, and it's like the Six of Swords came in reverse too. Trouble ahead. Yeah, if you don't, um, let down your swords of the mental thought of not having faith and thinking that everything's going to go wrong and having this lack of faith, there's going to be trouble ahead. Trouble ahead, i.e., it's going to take longer for union, but the Ace of Cups is here. The love is there. You just got to do the spiritual work, and that remember that this is not a normal romantic relationships. They're here to change the world, to change the way our thinking in this 3D. Yeah, because it can't be my way or no way. I think all my cards are upside down. Because yeah, they are. Um, it's not about you. This is about God. This is about realizing God. So you know what I mean? You can't put timetables on it. You can't put conditions on it. This has to be about an ever flowing love. This is the Ace of Cups is about the love of spirit, the love of the mother and the father, your universal love, however you want to say it. And these came out on I need you to trust me. And it says, don't judge this, just remember, just surrender to it. Okay? Because this is what's going to happen. It is, you know, um, once you put the conditions down, you know, and you learn how to have faith. Look at this. All this turns upside down. It's stylish setter. In your community, you're going to change things. You're going to change people's thinking just to have a little faith, and your wish will be granted, and there will be, better things ahead. It's just to have the faith of the mustard seed. Okay? You can change this all around. Just to have faith of a mustard seed and to learn that he's doing the work that he needs to do. Because if you're doing the work, he's doing the work. Anything else you want to say? Ooh. Oh, I got him that time. Ha ha. Nice, nice. Yeah, the Emperor. This is it came out crossing. You know what I mean? It's like going from excessive control to the divine masculine. You know, um it's all about surrendering. It's all about control, and romantic gestures came out. Are you hearing songs? Or, is that little thing? Is spirit giving you um little signs that in your heart, the little signs, and that the signs are for you because they make your heart skip a beat a little bit. you know um there's a lot of air out here. Fire, earth, water. Yeah, we got everybody here. A lot of Aries about intention, the way intention of movement, how, spontaneous. How are you moving? And this is all about control and how you think it should go down. Because yeah, we have the Ace of Cups is underneath the bottom of the deck. New beginnings for it's hard to read. It's reflecting here. The Five of Cups, unwelcome change. there will be unwelcome change, because remember the Six of Cups, Six of Swords came up in reverse. If you don't have a little bit of faith. Yeah, the Nine of Wands came up, it's a test of faith. To the Two of Wands, not looking at the bigger, Two of Wands being in reverse, not looking at, what could be. With the Eight of Wands being in reverse too, slow down and see. Because look, guys, you have union. You have the Three of Swords here, to heal your broken heart. The Ace of Wands, creating something new, that spark of creativity. For the Two of Cups, for the Two of Coins coming up, 2-2 again, guys. Lead to the Hermit, to the spiritual mastery of this, because that's what it is spiritual mastery. Six of Cups, remembering what's familiar. You know what I mean? Balance. This is pretty neat. Faith of a mustard seed. I love these cards. They feel good. They feel good. Let's see what the angels have to say. And then I think I'm going to pull out an Isis Oracle. I finally found an Isis Oracle that I didn't have to pay for shipping. I'm so excited. Found them up in Penn State College, Happy Valley. Angels, what do you want to say? And I don't read angel cards upside down. I think I'm going to have to go through my cards and turn them upright, because that's just is. Okay. So we got Zuriel, Angel of Harmony and Vitality, feeling complete, experiential wisdom, evolve, plan B, create an oasis, balance opposing forces. Yeah, and that's what we're talking about, of letting, once you surrender to that, there might be divine feminine more that you have to learn, you're going to ease that push-pull dynamic and give him his space and feeling complete within yourself. Isn't that what I said at the beginning? Is to be whole within yourself, the awakening of 3811. If 38 means anything to you, or equals up to 11. And we got Nithiel. Oh, she's pretty. She's smiling. Look at her. Angel of eternal youth. Feeling whole. Again, feeling whole. Healing sun and star energy. Reversal of degenerative disease. Degenerative disease, not physical. The codependency. Tribalism. The 3D tribalism. Instead of, seeking out your soul tribe. You're, pain-free. Says, I sense healing starfire to burn away feelings of separation from source, which is the root cause of all dis-ease. How much better can we have here? More earth, because it's she's Saturn in Capricorn. She represents herself. And, Zuriel here is Venus in Libra. Healing the sun star energy. Realizing that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. And that you will come together. The once you start feeling whole within yourself, divine feminine, and having faith that you truly are on this journey, no matter what time, no matter what you're not seeing. But like I said earlier, you've been asking for signs, the Page of Cups. You've been seeing things. Have the faith that these signs are for you, that you are seeing what you're seeing. It's just, it's beautiful, feeling complete, being whole, because divine feminine, when you do this, he's going to do this. you know, and it's not befalling on me that never mind. I was going to say something, but it doesn't make sense. Okay. Yeah, so all right. Well, I thank you for your patience, or I thank you for watching me. My viewers, you really are appreciated. Uh, if you like what you see, please hit subscribe and like. And if you would like a reading, you can get a hold of me at robinseclecticnest um, at gmail.com. I thank you so much. And okay, peace and shalom.